How is everyone doing today?
Hello.
Now it's time. Sorry,
Oh,
you went a little
great.
early.
Are you kidding me?
You were the one that
You
counted
gave me the
down.
countdown?
I screwed up on the
You
countdown.
did the countdown.
Hi, everybody. How are you doing today? Welcome to the Adventures in Initiative presents the In-Quy'zz-ition, starring me, your lovely host, DippyTheDM.
It's the only star.
That's the only person. All of these people around me are figments of your imagination. They're all created from mine own mind, and I have
Or the
transmitted
live
them onto
studio
the
audience.
screens for you to enjoy. A live studio audience. Wait, does Table Audio have a live studio audience?
It doesn't have a laugh track. I've hunted for one.
What the hell? It's a
Rude.
soundboard thing. Sorry. By the way, we're brought to you by
speaking of which,
well, I mean, we partner. We're not brought to you, but we partner with Tabletop Audio. Go check them out. They do their soundboard for fantasy, futuristic, steampunk, monsters, etc. All your D&D needs, except for a laugh track. Get on that.
They do have great Vampire the Masquerade soundboards.
This is true. And Curse of Strahd.
Thank you to Tabletop Audio for being a wonderful group of people that makes a wonderful group of sounds, ambient tracks, background noise.
Okay, stop it with the water. I'm about to piss myself.
All right, then let me change to fire.
Ooh, now I feel all warm inside.
There you go.
Feeling that
getting
Taco
hot.
Bell burn.
There is a non-obligatory Patreon that you can join in order to unlock more sound effects, longer versions of backing tracks, and much, much more. And all they ask that if you use them in your games is to give them a shout out. So thank you, Tabletop Audio, for creating the best audio experience that we have had in years.
Why does this audio actually make me feel warm inside, like I'm next to a fire?
No.
It was actually pretty nice.
How about some bats?
Hey, did you know a group of bats is called a cloud?
Did we mention that last week?
I don't
You
know.
mentioned that on the Dapper D.
Did you know that
Oh, we mentioned it on Dapper D's. That's right.
a group of men in their 30s is called a podcast?
For example. Even more, for example, why don't we introduce our lovely players here? And last week we took it in a bit of a weird direction by introducing everybody at the same time. Now nobody gets introduced.
Now we
you all
all
just have to
introduce somebody
know.
else.
Hi, I'm
You all just have to-
DadleyJenkins, and you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and any other handle underneath that name. Not Twitter?
I'm not
Okay, not Twitter. Don't go to
direction
Twitter.
this is
It's the wrong kind of DadleyJenkins on Twitter.
I'm happy with the direction this is going.
Hi, I'm
Hi.
DonoTheCleric.
Oh, no.
How you doing? You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and just about anywhere else you like to see my beautiful face.
Hi, I'm Gearsparks. You can find me on here on ANI, running my own streams that are kind of fucking awesome. You can also find me on TikTok at Gearsparks so you can see this lovely smile more often.
Hi, I'm the Drunken Monk. Find me on IG at the Drunken Monk. I'm the pervy sage. You know how it be.
Oh, shit.
Well, that only leaves two,
You got,
right?
yeah, you got two choices here.
The stalemate.
Who has
You have to do Reese, because if you don't do Reese, then fantasy. No, you have to do fantasy, because if you don't do or if you do Reese, then fantasy has to do herself.
Yeah, that's right.
Wait,
Well, I guess you could always be
This.
Dippy.
But I already introduced myself.
well, that's Dippy.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? Oh, what a lovely cast!
We also have Reese, McSpinks.
Reese McSpinks.
If you listen to the
McPeake?
podcast, they are RhysMcPeake because I don't know.
The podcast that we're apparently not doing anymore.
Yeah, and,
We'll
then,
see.
and the
I
lovely,
literally,
yeah,
we'll see.
and the lovely fantasy lover. Yeah, we're all here. We're a group of what's a good word? Fuck
Right,
ups.
garbage men and women.
We're the trash man.
We're all
What's your group name again?
We
The
The
Ferrymen.
not. It
I thought it
has
was the
not
Ferrymen.
been
I don't
cemented.
know.
We haven't cemented a name
No.
yet.
No,
God,
we have not.
we have to make
Not,
it
at least
canon
not
in
in
group.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to make a name can. Didn't you guys make a name canon in episode 8?
No.
I have no idea.
Or you tried to?
No, I don't know.
There was something.
We're stuck on a few names, but yeah.
Yeah.
But the identity crisis must continue because today we are continuing.
Oh God.
And why don't we just go ahead and jump straight back into the In-Quy'zz-ition.
Dun dun dun. Oh, not the noise I would have went with.
Oh. Oh.
Tastes better the second time.
Oh my God.
I love
Excuse
how
you,
we
Reese.
advertise tabletop audio, and then we do our own noises.
Wait.
We honestly should make an audio on tabletop audio
There.
out of all the sound effects.
Oh my God.
You can make your own.
Yeah, we can.
Just an acapella one.
Hey! Oh, wait, I haven't done the updated to the things yet. Dang it. Who was that? Who just...
Guido 666.
Yeah,
Thank you for the follow, Tweedle.
Oh, hey,
thank you.
Tweedle.
Wow.
Hey, buddy. How's
Hey.
it going?
I need to update all the GIFs. Can I do that now, actually?
Let me actually have the stream at least open on my end and mute so I can keep track of this too. Last we left off 2 fine weeks ago, our band of adventurers was continuing their escapades on the high rivers when they came face to face, nose to nose, with a giant snapping turtle, a giant mutant snapping turtle, which they then fought and beat in a shocking turn of events. Not only did they commit to fighting it, but they actually beat it in combat, and it was a very fun fight. I would recommend you go watch that on YouTube, which I just finalized the details for, and you can actually watch episodes 8 and 9 on YouTube now.
Woo!
So go binge those after you watch this, unless you want the context first, and then we'll see you on YouTube. So,
Just
but
do whatever
they
you
fought
want
a
to do,
giant turtle.
you sexy
Yeah,
bitches.
do whatever you want. We can't control you,
No.
or maybe we can. Okay.
No, that's...
So, they fought a turtle. And they harvested a lot of materials from that turtle. And after they harvested a lot of those materials, they thought, what do we do with this material? We're going to sell some of it. We're going to sell all of it, but we're going to start by selling some of it in the next town. And so they went to the next town, and through sheer force of will and inspiration points, they wanted supplies that they couldn't centrally get anywhere, and so they made a chain. A chain was conjured into the minds and memories of all of the inhabitants of not just Quy'zz, but the entire world of Chaos. Of Zam's Harbor Freight, where you can buy all of your basic tool and like... Oh, God.
It's a chain general store.
It's a chain general store that was made and put in the town of Azabor where they stopped to get stuff that they needed for a toll of a lot, if not all, of the current inspiration points spread among the party. It was a hefty sum. And
It's worth it.
the night was beginning in the last session. Which means that as we begin this session, I need to grab my freaking dice that I haven't bothered to do.
Are we doing a watch? Like, we're in town at a port. Are we worried
So you
about
guys
that?
got back to the boat, and the general consensus among you guys was that you had a guy, Oslaman,
Yes.
who was going to be watching from a watchtower, and because you were docked in port, it would more than likely be okay for you guys to just sleep through the night at this port.
Except for I also said I would keep watch because I don't actually sleep.
That is
Yeah,
also
right.
very, very true. So, you guys can do whatever the gosh darn diddly dang hell you want.
Sleep. I would like to sleep.
All right. Have we got any other takers besides Damon for possibly staying up and keeping watch of some valuables?
What?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
I'll take last watch.
Well, we have a watch rotation at the very least,
Zog?
because that's three
Yeah.
people that's three people.
Yeah,
volunteering.
I can lead it up.
Because
First.
Drunk can take the first 4 hours and then sleep, and then 2 hours, and then I can take, and I have a long rest because it only takes 6 hours for me to rest.
That is
So
true.
whoever's doing it can just have a 2-hour watch.
Alrighty. So what does that leave us? We've got, so we have Damon going first, Sundial going second,
No, Sundial is third
Sundial going third,
because that'll give me a full
which
rest.
would leave
I'll do the 2-hour watch in
Yeah.
the middle.
which would leave our lovely monk going second. So, why don't we go ahead and let me see if there's some nighttime ambiance available on tabletopaudio.com.
I mean, this ain't bad.
No, this is fair. Like,
Yeah. We're out on water. It's dark and feels spooky.
It's also a
Spooky.
little calmer than spooky.
I mean,
do we want
it's
spooky?
eerie.
Hey DM, why do we want spooky?
I mean, there is a lot of water.
I'll never
monsters.
tell. All right, well, you know, it doesn't matter.
There's
too much.
actually like quite a few very scary like nighttime horror monsters that
Yeah,
deal
you
with
do live
water.
on you do live on a mutant planet plane after all.
Huh.
You mean,
Like there could
pirates?
be anything.
Oh, they're scarier shit than pirates, my man. Like,
All right,
if
so-
you're into body
Probably
horror,
friends with the
damn.
pirates.
First watch is going to be Damon, yes?
Yes.
All right, Damon. You go ahead and go for it. Make your perception checks while I make the encounter check.
19.
19. All right. All's quiet on the Eastern Front. There doesn't seem to be much activity. The lapping of the waves against the side of the boat becomes a monotonous rhythm in your own mind. Oh my God, that's my alarm that we need to start. Hey, we started early today, guys.
Hey.
Woohoo.
Woohoo! The monotonous lapping of the waves against the side of the boat becomes a rhythm in your own mind that you kind of slowly focus on. It brings you back to some of your original, a place deep within your own mind. Something about this just reminds you of the order that you came across all the time when you were back home, back in the Feywild. But it's different. There's the occasional interruption of something else, like just whether it be a light pickup in the breeze or the gentle chirping of some frogs in a brook, or the dripping of water and moisture in the bottom. That is heavier dripping than I thought it was going to be.
That's not.
Tesla
That
would not
sounded
approve of
different.
that.
That sounds like a leak from the rain.
Sounded more like a leak than a drip. My apologies. But as you it's just a calming and peaceful night so far. Nothing to report, and no activity comes of it. Is there anything that you would like to otherwise focus on this part of your watch?
No. I'd like to roll a stealth to put Zog's hand in a cup of water.
Oh, hey, we forgot to do the whole thing that you now have lockpicking tools. 'cause
Yeah, I
you-
got
yeah,
these skills again.
Yeah, Zog bite the thieves' tools.
Oh
And then
yeah. That probably transpired some point
yeah,
between
whatever.
between the last two episodes.
I want to pull a practical joke on my way to wake up our Genasi monk.
Oh, beautiful.
What do
All
I?
right. So this is oh god. Okay. You wanted it to be
Hell?
stealth. I would say you would flavor this as sleight of hand instead.
Okay, doesn't matter either way. It's a natural 20.
Oh god.
Oh,
Do I roll like
Wow.
a con save?
you're asleep. I don't know about that.
At
The prank
disadvantage.
that I think he's trying to pull is that you put your hand in a bowl of warm water and you pee yourself.
Yeah.
You know what? Hold on.
A luck check?
Look,
I'm just rolling to see if I get a number on the encounter table to see if that happens. Just shy. So, I won't make you roll anything. You kind of like ever so gently pick up Zog's. As you notice, like kind of beefy arm and like really thick, rugged hand, and place it into a bowl of water, and nothing happens. It's just Zog's hand is just in a bowl of water.
I'm just gonna wake up Pruny.
Yeah. I mean, even with your goddess Umberly, like you probably not even that much.
Yeah.
You've noticed that in sometimes in your past where you've spent extended periods of time submerged in water, like bathing or in the river or in the sea, what have you, you've come out less pruny than other folks.
Oh, okay.
It's
So,
just
like-
kind of a natural gift of Umberly.
So because he's a cleric of Umberly, he just puts his hand in there and he
And the water
becomes
separates a little
hydrophobic.
The water, like, yeah,
It just separates it, like parts the
it
seas.
just coats his hand, but if he pulls it back out, his hand is dry.
Yeah. He's
That's great.
hydrophobic, is what he is.
Yeah.
Damn it! Next time I'll have to try it on Willow.
Just minorly, just ever so slightly.
I go wake up Quinlan. Damn it! Next time I'll have to try it on Willow.
All
Try
right,
what on Willow?
Nothing. This is your turn.
Quinlan, as you awaken,
Oh, God.
you set about your watch. Is there anything that you would like to ulteriorly focus on over this portion of your watch? You do still have.
Well, hold on. Let's see. Okay, looks like we're gonna go with the coin.
All right. So I'll make you make your watch check first.
Yep. Any additives to the D20 roll?
It
would be perception.
Perception.
You get to add your perception check.
14.
Aha. There we go. 14, you say? Would somebody, anybody, like to roll me a die when I tell them to?
Yes.
D100.
21.
21.
You say?
21. I knew it was gonna happen.
21.
I feel I should be very concerned.
No. All right.
The first character death, right?
I can make that work. I can make that work. All
You
right.
die instantaneously.
I need someone to roll a d4 for me too.
Got it. That would be a 1.
1. Beautiful.
Goodness.
Okay. Books. This is why
So
you
many
should
books.
organize your books, folks.
Hey, organize your books, okay?
Organize your books.
Yeah, something's gonna attack you, Quinlan.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Ship rats.
as you begin your watch, the night is calm. And something that comes to your attention as you begin your watch that you didn't quite notice before is that the current of the river likes to float along some debris. This debris can be anything from little wooden slats of driftwood to the largest object you've seen just floating in the river up to this point, other than the giant turtle that you've already fought, is you saw like what you could only describe as a wreckage of a vessel that was derelict and it was just floating along. But you paid no mind to it because it was just, it was just par for the course. In your time exploring the world up before you met this group of people, you had come across sites like that as well, with just floating wreckages. And Zog has been able to maneuver around them in his time as a ferryman on this river, so they were never really a bother. As you get about 45 minutes into your portion of your watch, you notice a larger wreckage floating down the river. Coming from where you've already come from the southeast, flowing towards you. No, sorry. Current's going the opposite direction. You're going against the current as it stands. So coming from the northeast to the southwest, floating is the wreckage of what looks like a ship. And it has Did you give me your result for your perception check?
Yeah, total of 14.
14. Yeah.
Yeah.
At the moment, all you can see is this wreckage. Just kind of coming into view. And you watch as it just settles against the opposite riverbank to your boat and your friends. And you take notice. This is normally, like, the banks of the river are coated and just like covered and lined with debris and detritus that has just been floating along in the river. This was an odd place for this wreckage specifically to stop. And as you take note of that in your own mind, you begin idly fiddling with a thing that was gained into your possession about a day or two ago that you still can't quite wrap your head around. And it's this little coin that you gained from a vision of sorts. If you would like to roll I will call this either an Arcana check or a religion check, your choice.
I'm gonna go with religion.
Religion.
Better chance.
Mm-hmm.
Or entirely not.
Oh no.
It's a 6.
6?
I got a 2 on the die. At least it wasn't a 1.
Oh no. 6.
I guess when it comes to this, the coin is meant to be a perpetual mystery to me.
This coin, yeah, it's just a
Something about
perpetually.
A&I and coins, man. Because forget
Ugh.
I was just
And
thinking
Don't
that.
remind me. Don't
Quinlan-
remind me.
Quinlan is just too stubborn to ask for help, too. So, like,
You know
Something
how
about
the
people
last
with
few
coin-
times you tried to inspect this coin, you just dropped the coin?
Yeah, fell
You don't-
overboard.
You don't drop it this time, but you feel like this new connection, like either correctly or wrongly, be created in your mind that maybe this coin belongs to some kind of trickster god. Because you're like looking at it and it seems to change, like it seems to be so hard to focus on in general that you are convinced at this point. And with your vision having originated in the Feywild, you wouldn't put it past him.
It's the Lady of Luck.
God, I wish. But no, it's just so hard to concentrate on this. Mostly by the announced presence of a new... Ooh. Actually, let me just change to this. Mostly announced by the presence of a new sound. As you look over to the wreckage, when you hear this ghastly noise, you see something almost, the correct word for it would be flopping around on what would be the deck of this ship. It like stands and lulls over to one side, and you hear just a low growl. And then it tips back over to another side, and it just falls face first onto the deck. But then it just picks itself back up only after you hear the gnashing of teeth and swallowing and gore being torn from viscera. And it's strange to be hearing this much detail of this sound, almost to the point where it feels supernatural. As you look over, and you can make another perception check or a nature check, your choice.
I'm going nature.
Nature.
15?
You can just make out a silhouette in the darkness of what looks like a singular, which is odd for what this creature is, but a singular, malformed, hungry ghoul on the deck of this boat. And you notice drips coming from its mouth as it has been devouring what you can only assume to be corpses.
Do they seem to have any interest? Well, does it seem to have any interest in making its way over?
It doesn't seem like it does yet. But as you like get this silhouette kind of clarified in your own head, you notice something else. You notice that this ship is and or was a merchant ship. Derelict, abandoned, ripe for the picking. And it seems like there's only one ghoul standing in your way. Ghouls like to wander the wasteland. Like to wander the scrap iron craglands. And normally when you see ghouls in groups. To see one by itself is odd.
Who is the closest to me?
If you are keeping watch, that would kind of depend on where you're keeping watch. If you're keeping watch from inside the cabin, where with some windows, then Zog would be closest. If you're keeping watch on the main deck,
On the main
Sundial
deck.
would be a good guess.
I'm gonna start with waking Damon.
I'm
All
not
right.
asleep. What do you want?
We may have an issue. I'm gonna stir Sundial.
Take
And
a
then-
spoon. Just stick your hand into his pile of rubbish as he's laying there.
Just a big old pot of
Trouble.
friendship up in this bed.
I would probably wake Sundial's father first, but
Well, it's the three of us doing watch.
What's the purpose of a father?
What is it?
So I just like
first friggin' episode.
tap the pile of that is Sundial.
Do you
Sundial.
do the trash or do you do the orb?
If I can see the orb, I'll tap the orb, but if I
Okay.
can't immediately
The orb is very prominent in the
Yeah.
pile. The
Yeah.
orb is
Okay.
like the size
like
of
the
a
center thing.
basketball.
The moment that you like walk close and you tap one of the pieces of trash and you go towards the orb, you just hear it goes, "I'm up." Before
we
you
may need
That's
you.
not creepy at all.
Okay. All right. And he just forms.
And I'm gonna point out the ghoul.
you'll see Damon there with his short bow already drawn.
How far out is the ghoul?
The boat is on the opposite bank to you, and the river at this point is just about 100 feet wide, just kind of like it was when you were fighting the turtle. So if you're standing on your side of the boat, it would be 15 feet away from the bank, and the other boat would be. It appears to be about the same size. So
Are we
I would
100% sure
say
that it's a
about
ghoul?
7,
uh,
5 with that math.
just noticed that.
Are we sure it's a ghoul?
Listen, I just want to be sure,
Sundial.
okay? Yeah.
Sundial, you don't know what a ghoul is. You
So I'm just trusting him on instinct.
yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
how do you guys want to explain this to Sundial? Because that's going to determine how I'm going to react to it.
So if you're like, I don't know what that is,
No, he would have just been
Something-
like, I'm ready. What's going on?
we have a ghoul on a merchant vessel derelict that decided to make booth right across from us.
Are ghouls bad?
Ghouls bad.
Bit of a nuisance more than anything.
Hmm.
This is odd because they usually travel in a horde, but there only seems to be one.
Well,
And you said how far away is it?
like 30 feet ish.
From the math, I'm thinking it's about 65 because
Okay.
1,500 feet wide, 15 on our side.
And we can see it.
So 15
there's
is 30, so
15
there's
from the
70
bank.
feet. There is 70 feet between both boats. The
Thank
ghoul
you.
is not standing perfectly on the side of the boat where it would be 70 feet, but
I
70
can
feet is a
hit-
good guess.
I can hit it from here.
So can I.
Should we just take it out?
Well,
That
I
is why I
mean-
woke the two of you, and that does appear to be a merchant vessel, which means somebody, and I look at Damon, would want to pick over that ship.
I was gonna say I could always use a boat.
hmm.
I will
cast-
make note. I will make note. This boat doesn't look seaworthy. It's just floating as a ruinous.
We
wreck.
have a gear
Oh,
spark.
so it's just like kind of left.
That's also fair.
We could extend
do
the
have an
boat,
artificer.
etc. Anything to help.
So I'm going to cast Jim's magic missile.
Magic missile. What's the range on Jim's magic
120
missile?
feet.
120. Go ahead.
Yep.
Or
17 plus 4 for a 21.
17 hits. You don't have to worry about your modifier on that one.
Goodness.
7 points of force damage.
Okay. Let me just do this real fast.
Okay, so we just attack and then
Go on. Your turn.
okay. I use chromatic orb at second level.
Hold up.
If it's not dead yet.
Dono, roll to see if you beat it in initiative.
Okay.
Would Zog wake up to
19.
this commotion?
Spells don't make noise.
Does Jim's magic missile make noise?
Let me.
Because chromatic orb definitely makes noise.
Does it?
Wait, does it? Hold on, let me check chromatic orb because that's actually a great question. I made a video about
It's
chromatic orb.
verbal, somatic, and material.
But you can like.
But I use my like my orb to be able to cast
Yeah,
it.
of course.
So you create 3 twisting, whistling, hypoallergenic, gluten-free darts of magical force.
Forgot about. So, for those of you not familiar, Jim's magic missile is the magic missile from the oh god, what is it? The Adventure Zones, like module that came out.
Acquisitions Incorporated.
Acquisitions Incorporated.
Yes.
Yeah, and Acquisitions Incorporated is
So yes, it whistles.
a fairly underground popular D&D game as well.
So is this gonna? So I got a 19 on
All right.
initiative.
19. It got a 14. You go first. Go ahead
Okay,
with your
it's
chromatic
not
orb.
dead yet. So chromatic
It's
orb.
not dead. No.
Okay.
You watch as the magic missile hits. It just kind of like it like hits on the side of its face, which explodes like a large part. Chars away a large part of its flesh, and you watch as it just kind of like immediately like
So
hardens over.
that's gonna
and it
be
just looks.
22 to hit.
Dude, that hits. Dude.
Okay, now I gotta roll to see.
And that hits so well. I'll let you
Six.
decide what this chromatic orb hits or what specifically it does.
Right
Okay.
in the nads.
So it's doing acid damage.
Acid.
Yep. Because I roll for what damage I do on chromatic orb.
I gotcha.
So it's doing acid. It is just and goes right into the chest of the creature and like right into the face to like drop the jaw and melt it away, and I get to do 4d8 damage.
4d8?
40.
Chromatic orb is 48 damage.
At
No,
second level it is. At second level it is, my friend.
Oh my god.
Yep.
You have a second level slot?
Yeah. Dude, I only cast 2 spells in the last combat.
That's true. All right.
And I have an ability that lets me regain a spell slot if I need to.
And technically, he has had a short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
So-
Yeah, sorcerers. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
fair enough.
Those
Plus
just my
7,
catchphrase.
8, 16 points of damage.
16 points of
Dang.
damage.
Yep, I rolled a 1 on one, but I got an 8 on the other, so
It evens out.
yeah.
So as you watch the orb just kind of like travel along, and then
Oh, it's like it shoots from the orb.
yeah,
And just like it's just
from the orb.
yeah, so it's like a
So you
bolt
watch
of
this
just like it's
line.
just like if you were to shoot, I guess you could do it like as like a
blow dart.
yeah, blow dart or whatever, but it comes like and it's just an arrow of acid that just and splashes on it.
It impacts directly on the solar plexus and explodes out in a little shower of acidic rain, just up into the bottom of the jaw and across the chest, and it is still alive.
I will use quickening.
Barely.
I'll use quickening spell to cast another spell.
What is the okay? What spell do you cast? It has to be a cantrip.
That does. I need to take a different cantrip.
Wait, is Chromatic Orb a bonus action spell?
No, it is an action, but I can make it a bonus action.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. Quicken spell. Duh. Yeah.
You just
Go for
said
it.
that, Dippy.
Yeah. That's literally. I was like.
I don't have. Actually, I'm not going to do Quicken Spell because I don't have a good spell for this close or this far away as a cantrip. I have Message, Mold Earth, Prestidigitation, Shape Water, and Thunderclap. That is fucking it. I need to take another cantrip that's like decent, but yeah. Whatever. Okay, so I don't quicken the spell.
Okay, so you don't. Alrighty. Is there anything else you would like to do?
I mean, we're being quiet. We don't want to wake up everybody. Right?
The Damon spell whistles, and I don't think Chromatic Orb would be quiet.
It's just, it's like onto it.
It's not as loud as you would expect
Okay.
it to be.
Yeah.
I would like people to make.
Sleight of hand
I
checks.
would like people to make a Constitution check just to see if they stay
Natural
asleep.
20.
No,
Oh,
people
wait,
that are
wait,
sleeping.
what?
sleeping. Never mind. Well,
So
I just
anyone
wasted that
who's,
nat 20.
anyone who is asleep right now, which would be Zog, Willow, and Tesla.
Zog
Five?
sleeps right through it.
Well, I failed? So does that mean I can't sleep through it and I wake up, or am I like so out cold
It's
that I
a-
sleep through
The
it?
way that I interpreted it is if you wake up when you fail. So
Okay, so I'm up.
yeah. Willow.
15.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry, does this
Tesla.
does it wake me up? I'm sorry, I was interrupted.
What did you
Oh.
roll for a con check?
I did not roll. Okay, sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Roommate issues.
You're
Just
good.
give me 1 second.
No worries. Just really Constitution check and tell me what it ends up being.
73.
I rolled a
Okay.
9 3/4.
That's it.
Yes!
Yeah, 9 and 3/4.
You chop off like half of the
9
9.
is the total.
Borderline. I would say you would toss and turn. I would say you would toss and turn. You could wake up if you
A heavy sleeper.
heavy sleeper. All right.
turn down the music just a tit. Like just a
Yeah.
little bit. It's a bit loud.
So is your face.
Says Shrek.
Damn, shots fired.
All right, Gumby, calm the fuck down. I thought you were a children's show.
Thank you very much. You said call me Mr. Clean.
Yeah?
Uh,
More like
Shrek
Mr.
here just needs
Queez.
Oh my God.
Snap-hole. He
All right.
just needs a bit of a polish and buff.
So
It's a good thing
This
that you're my
Ghoul-
least favorite flavor of Gatorade. So
this Ghoul.
I got some fermented cheese for you.
what?
Oh.
Said I got some fermented cheese for you.
Gross.
Munster cheese?
Zog, you wake up.
Ugh,
I will put you at the bottom of the initiative order because of this.
I'm a bottom.
That boy is a bottom.
That tracks.
Which would mean that you go after the Ghoul. The
Yeah.
Ghoul is going to turn to face the two threats that just fired upon it.
It needs to
Uh,
jump off one
between
boat
them.
and then jump onto ours.
What's Quinlan doing?
Quinlan.
Standing between the two of you, just
Watch, it's
waiting
gonna
for it
be.
to get close enough.
Watch, it's actually like a Grimclaw or whatever the fuck it is. With it's got like long ass fingernails and it's like my pretty.
Anyway,
Sorry.
the Ghoul kind of turns, faces your boat, just. And it's just like jaw dangling open because of the acid melting away, and it just like it re-hardening. He's just like, it will like shamble, like 15 feet over behind what remains of a wall that would have been used for the cabin structure. Out of visual eye line.
Tight.
And you can still hear it, but it definitely took cover behind this boat, and you swear that you hear roar into the night. And that's the end of its turn. Zog.
Zog kind
It's
of
one ghoul. It can't do too much.
Zog kind of stumbles his way out of the cabin. He's like, "What the fuck is happening?"
You're able to get right outside the door and see Sundial, Quinlan, and Damon standing on one side of your boat, just making pot shots at this other boat that has manifested on the other side of the river.
We're skipping rocks.
I'm gonna lean back, look at Zog. Ghoul.
All right.
I'm going for a swim.
Oh God.
I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
First thing I'm doing is calling up to Oz. It's like is
Thank
Oz
you.
within
Oh,
earshot
sorry.
of us? 'Cause, like,
Oh,
he's supposed to be
bless
up on
you.
the crow's
Oh,
nest.
sorry.
Bless you.
That's a good point, actually. Hold
Oh.
on. Let me
We don't have a crow's
You look
nest.
up to Osman's tower,
Yeah.
and you faintly hear.
I yell up, "I'm fucking paying you!" And there's a ghost ship over there? An entire ship?
What? Oh dear gods! And he just like looks over, and he like leans out of his watchtower. What do you expect me to do? And he looks down to you.
I don't, honestly, at the very least, wake us up and let us know there's a ship over there that shouldn't be. Can I, like, Arcana check this ship?
Go ahead.
Alright.
Does Zog's yelling wake Tesla?
Probably.
Natural 1.
I'm
You have
gonna go
heard
check
tale
out. I'm
in
gonna go
ancient
check out the
rumors.
boat.
Yeah,
Ancient rumors of a
Anyone
ship,
want to come swimming with me?
Sure, I'll go sinking.
a ship
Yeah.
that contains magical properties of invisibility and flight. And
Gear,
this
ask your
ship looks
question.
like maybe 25% like that ship, but this
Nice.
is also 25% of a ship.
Alright.
Gear also asked you a question, Dippy.
What's that?
Oh no, that was my question. That was, does Tesla wake up? So yeah.
Probable.
Can I get to, how far away is the ship?
I just
How far
got
away,
a 22 for athletics to swim to the ship.
Wow.
Okay. I would. The ship is the ships are 70 feet apart.
Okay.
I would say that the ghoul would be anywhere from like 75 to 80 feet. At this
Alright,
point.
and the ghoul is not in like line of sight.
It is
anymore?
not in line of sight. You came out with it out of line of sight. As far as you
Okay.
know, you don't even know that a ghoul is on that boat. Other than
yeah.
Quinlan looking over to you and going, "Ghoul." Like that means anything.
Yeah, I am going to hop off and start swimming towards the ship, but
Okay, we got two swimmers. A 22 on a swim. I need you to do athletics to swim as well.
all right, I'll roll that in 1 second.
With
I'm
that
also going to
swimmers.
cast Blessed at 2nd level.
Oh, by the way, I'm jumping in to do it. I'm not swimming because I can't, but you know.
Yeah. So, how many people do I get?
Can I
with
just
second
jump
level?
onto the dock?
Jumping off the boat.
Can I jump onto the dock instead of like into the water and then
I'm a rogue. I want to pillage it.
All right, so the four people on deck. So me, Sundial, Quinlan, and Damon all are blessed.
fantastic.
Okay.
Love it.
Sounds
and
good.
I'd love to see
athletics
it.
check. Ooh,
Yo,
good.
do your athletics
real,
to swim.
Real dice doing so much better than automatic dice. That would be a
Rough, buddy.
and I have my D4. That would be a 23.
23. So a 22 and a 23. Righty. And Sundial, do you want to hop into the water or onto the deck?
I'm gonna
Your
hop
choice.
onto the port.
The dock.
Yeah, the dock. I'm gonna hop onto the
Alright.
dock instead of swimming.
Alrighty. You do
Tesla's
so.
now coming up on surface. What the hell is going on?
Ghoul.
Your swim speeds, cool. Your swim speeds would normally be half of your movement speeds, but with a 22 and a 23, I would say you can take your full movement for a swim at this rate.
Zog is
You
also
get halfway to the
hydrophobic.
boat.
Kinda.
You get about halfway between your boat and this boat.
I also
And as you
just
get closer, you hear the sounds of just like slop, almost like liquid is below, like beyond the wall of the hull, and it's just sloshing around the bottom of the boat.
I don't like
Okay.
that.
There's definitely a leak in the boat, and the fact that it's beached is one of the reasons it's not completely sinking right now.
I do have a question.
What's that?
It was made mention that we have like a cargo crane on this boat.
Yes.
Is it on the side of the boat that is port side or starboard?
It is mounted on the boat in such a way that it is direct center, and the arm comes down so that it would extend 5 feet beyond the side of the boat. So the arm is 10 feet long, like omnidirectionally. It is not on one side or the other. It's just like in the middle.
Okay, so it wouldn't extend far enough because I was thinking get the extension far enough over and then maybe I could like do a running leap off.
You're
And
not
not
making a
have to
70-foot
deal-
jump without a
no.
lot of magical help.
You
Yeah,
could
no.
have the hook come down a bit, swing on it a bit, and get a little bit of momentum.
You could,
Yeah.
Swinging is a possibility, but even then,
Yeah,
this is a
like
little bit.
I
of a
was
lot.
trying not to hit the water.
Yeah.
Is
So
anyone
I'm gonna
strong
bring-
enough to eat him?
Wait, you're a monk. You can't walk on water? Oh, wait, no, you're rogue. Sorry.
I'm the rogue. He's the
No,
monk.
Quinlan is a monk. Yeah.
I'm
Oh, Quinlan is a monk. Okay, that's right.
I don't have that yet.
What level do monks even get walking on?
I didn't
that
know
like
there
a-
was a thing monks
Like
could
a
do.
double-digit level thing?
Yeah.
You
To
can,
answer
like,
your question from earlier,
run-
Dono, I would wait until the morning.
Okay.
So what all I'm gonna be doing is bringing Tesla up to speed, and if
There you go.
Willow comes up, bringing her up to speed as well.
Willow, you would definitely be awake at this point. You can decide to do with that what you will. 9.
I fall off the hammock. So I have the hammock very high up. That's why. Because I can fly
Aw.
up. I just
Like right up in the rafters.
Yep.
Oh, it's great. I love it.
then I'll go down to where everyone is.
All right. So everyone is on the side of this is on the deck of the ship.
As soon as Quinlan says ghoul, in her half awake state, Tesla's like, "You're a tool."
Wow.
Oof.
Ouch.
Ooh.
Isn't
That is
it?
definitely not what she heard. She did not hear ghoul.
Ghoul,
Wait.
Tesla. Ghoul, not
What's
tool.
a ghoul?
What is ghoul?
I don't know.
What is ghoul?
You're a ghoul.
Sundial will legitimately say, I don't know, but we're killing it.
Something that
Okay.
used to be alive.
How do you? Oh.
The ghoul will
Oh,
not do
no.
anything on its turn because it is. It frankly can't. Next turn. We still swimming?
Yeah, we'll make it to the boat.
Yeah.
I would have made it to the boat by my turn because I would have dashed across, and so I would have gone 60 and then been 10 feet away from the boat itself, right?
Hopping up onto the dock?
Yeah, I hopped onto the dock and then ran 30, and then I could do another 30 because I didn't do any
Oh.
I didn't do an attack this turn because I can't
Because
see
you
the
weren't
ghoul,
like
right?
sinking or anything.
No.
Right. No, I gotcha. You would be hopping onto the dock and then going around on that turn.
How close?
Yeah, you would probably make it to the bottom of the boat by the end of your turn.
Can I see the ghoul?
You would have to probably get on the opposite riverbank, looking at the opposite side.
Got it. Cool. How big is this ship?
About the same size as the SS Toad Skipper.
Okay, so, and it's just like a fourth of it? Of like a normal ship?
It's torn apart.
Okay, cool.
It's very, it's derelict. There are still like bits and pieces of the boat that are like compartmentally held together. When I said a quarter, it was an exaggeration for the sake of the natural one.
Okay. Yeah. So like dimension-wise, how long is it?
Again, same as the Toad Skipper, like 20-ish, 25-ish feet long.
I'm debating
maybe
on a
30
thing.
feet long, maybe 15 feet wide.
I'm going to use my bonus action to give me back a second level spell with my sorcery points. And then I'm going to cast... Shatter works in a way that it destroys things, right?
Let me read Shatter.
Shatter. A sudden loud ringing noise painfully insists now erupts from a point of your choice within range. Each creature in the 10-foot radius sphere it's a 10-foot radius, so it's 20 foot wide. So it'd be the whole fucking ship.
It would be a large part of the ship.
It'd be a 10-foot radius sphere, so it's like
any
20 foot
non-magical
in
object
diameter.
that isn't being worn or carried also takes its damage if the spell hits an area.
It's a 20-foot diameter sphere, so it's the whole ship. So I'm just gonna
30 feet long, so the diameter wouldn't.
I mean, I'd go.
It's the majority of the ship.
Yeah, it's the big part of the ship.
Yeah, I'd basically like center it on the ship and just be like, and then you just see my two hands come together and just, just a giant shattering of the.
Damon, how much
boat.
do you care about looting this boat?
I mean, we can always swim and find stuff.
Upon seeing him shatter, I just say, damn it, and I start swimming back to the boat.
Can I roll my damage?
What is the absolute minimum damage that Shatter would do?
3.
3? It would kill the ghoul.
Okay.
Regardless. You can roll damage to see how much damage it does to the boat.
14.
It's an already sinking boat.
I know,
You
but
blew
it's
it up.
beached. It's beached, so it just like falls apart into the water.
A large shattering noise.
Tesla takes
Zog?
cover.
Zog is just sitting in the water like, why did I wake up for this?
I wanted to salvage that thing. Thank you very much.
Don't worry, Sundial is about to take watch, so he would have taken a full rest at that point, and then he'll just salvage the whole damn thing.
A large explosion rocks the side of the boat as basically a shrapnel round tears asunder what might have remained of the facial structure of this boat, and the ghoul is just flaying apart. Like it's
Just guts all over Sundial, and it's just like it's like that one meme of the kid, just like
Yeah.
just the you watch as burlap sacks, silken binds, and a length of 50 feet of rope also tear asunder
fantastic.
in the course of this explosion. And the burlap sacks tearing apart launches gold coins all over the adjacent area in an eruption of coinage and rope and burlap and wood splinters.
Oh, well, then I would be salvaging some of the gold coins before I left.
A couple would land like near you. You could catch like one or two lucky ones and stay treading water.
I can swim. I can hold my breath.
Yeah.
I'll
And
take my
with
2 and
that-
be content.
With that, the combat is over. Because the ghoul is fucking incinerated, or decimated, as is a large majority of the boat. You watch as the beached boat now turns into a slowly sinking into the water boat.
Zog is going to continue swimming towards the wreckage of the boat until he gets to like the kind of beached area where he's back on land where the boat was.
Yes. Where your boat is, or where the other one?
The obliterated boat was.
All right. So you all kind of make your. So a couple of you make your way to the shore of the. A couple of you make your way to the shore of the river where the boat was torn asunder. You spot a couple of gold coins just littering the area. If you took the time to pick them up, you would end up with about 20 spread among, any exhaustive searching would eat into your long rest time.
I'll take my 2 and go to bed.
All right.
While Zog is there, he thinks that he knows he needs to go back to bed, but he is going to like sit and pray at like the wreckage of the boat first, of just like did I fuck up her name of it? Umberly? Yeah, of just like praying of like Umberly took another vessel. I will pray for their souls and also pray that she got what she wanted with them.
Never mind.
All right. As your little prayer makes its way into the ether around you, it's released from itself. You open your eyes, and for but a moment, you see a twinkle come from inside the wreckage. Even past the shattered bits and pieces of wood and board, you see a whether it's a twinkle in the starlight or the moon reflecting something, there is something on board the ship that was not immediately damaged by the shatter.
Can I go take a look at it?
You could absolutely try to.
Yeah. What would you want me to roll?
A very low DC investigation check.
Okay. And I assume my blessed isn't up anymore, right? Yeah, blessed only lasts like a minute.
Yeah, that minute would be just about ending.
16.
16.
Sundial will go back to sleep for an hour, by the way.
There you go.
And let.
Going over the wreckage, you spot hidden within some floating pieces of wood and just like ship bits.
Mm-hmm.
You see what appears to be a polished metal bowl.
A bowl.
Just a simple basin. But it looks to be made out of a very fine silver. You could have this appraised. It's in a very good condition.
Okay, I will definitely hold on to that as I go back to the boat.
Yeah, there are other bits and bobs kind of floating around in the same kind of way, just like, ooh, little silver trinkets and little bits and bobs and maybe golden ones, and just stuff that a merchant would like peddle at like just a corner of a bazaar. This silver bowl just stands out as the largest object and the nicest looking object among the wreck.
Bizarre.
He puts it
How
on his
bizarre!
head.
How bizarre!
He puts it on his head like a hat as he like swims back. Heavier than you thought it would be. I take it off my head, then it's done. Wait,
I mean, heavier than you like.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
not heavy enough to like you were sinking. You're just heavy. So, as you all make your way back to the boat, after defeating the 1d4 ghouls feeding on corpses of a wreckage of a merchant ship, the last watch can take place under the guise of
So I now have a
Sundial?
full rest in me as well, so
Yeah.
I'm switching to
Alright.
spell over. Look at that.
Well, that was fun.
I would like to, during my rest, or during my, wait, not that one. During my watch, also, like, take time to walk around the dock and look for, like, pieces of wreckage that could be used and salvage things. So during that 2 hours, just completely be looking for things. So investigating.
All right.
During that, you'll have found
Look at-
Tesla has gone back asleep behind some cart thing that she took cover from.
Ah.
During the explosion.
Beautiful.
Sundial will look at that and just be like,
zoom. This is the zooming.
Zoom.
Sundial looks at Tesla, just like turns his head, and then like from his back just pulls out a blanket and just then begins to continue his watch.
There's a blanket in there?
Yeah, use a little bit of everything, okay? Okay.
One.
I
will allow.
Okay, investigation.
Go
16.
ahead, yeah. 16.
Yeah.
In terms of looking for salvage, you would mostly be looking for like longer pieces of board and like just bits and pieces that you could like seemingly cobble together and fuse back into the ship feasibly.
Mhm.
Like a little bit here or a little bit there. Just a laying on of a hand and doing a little mending cantrip wouldn't hurt anybody.
Which I do have, I think. No, I don't. I don't have mending. I have mold
You
earth.
do manage, with a 16, you do manage to find half of the anchor.
Okay.
Which you can kind of heave and haul up onto a riverbank or onto the dock if you so chose.
Mhm.
By the way, shatter was a loud enough noise that Osselman and like half the town woke up in that moment and were just like, what the fuck? And Osselman looks out over the water and sees what happened and is like, apparently your ship's not a ghost ship, friend. If that fucking happened to it. And, you know, at this point, everyone has just kind of been like, oh, fucking hell, just random bullshit happening in the harbor. Let's go back to sleep. You find half the ship's anchor, a couple of salvageable boards. Yeah. And keeping watch over the rest of the night as you...
Can I use... Question. Can I use shape water to be able to find gold pieces?
Like panning for gold?
Yeah. I just...
I'd allow it.
Okay.
Just kind of like sweeping swaths away from like areas just to like pick up some
And
gold
then
pieces.
just like add it into like my form and just...
How long are you doing that?
It's the full 2 hours, my man. Like
2
I've got an
hours?
entire watch to do. And I'm
You
just
would
like...
have like another, you would gain, if you're concentrating on like sifting water and just finding like like
I can just use shape
gold
water
pieces.
passively and just freaking do that, and then use prestidigitation to like dry it all out and whatnot. And so
absolutely. So yeah, as you're kind of like sweeping and then back and then sweeping and then back, you manage to gain, I would say, let me do this just for fun. You managed to find 44 more gold pieces.
Okay.
Strewn about.
Adding 44
and
gold
you
pieces.
add them, and you just kind of add them glittering into your form. By the way, keeping gold as a part of your form and not in a sack or a little pouch, very fun RP wise. Because if you're laying somewhere that's not 100% protected, you could just
Well, like I like to imagine, since he knows mold earth, he just molds the things that he needs into his own like rocks.
Just
So he's just got like a rock that's full of gold
makes a little
pieces
coffin.
and just closes shut so people can't just steal from him. Granted, he doesn't really give two shits about somebody stealing from him, but
Doesn't mold earth dissolve after a certain?
no. Well, like his form is basically earth and rock and trash and stuff. So he probably has like a fat boulder, whatever that's like a shoulder or a bicep, and it's just hollow
he
on the
gains
inside. That's just
Pudge
full.
whenever he gets gold.
It gets fatter with every gold piece.
Yep.
Stellulite.
Cellulite. You shake this boulder and you hear like coins jingling, and you're like, the rock
Like-
shouldn't be hollow like this. What?
If I hand it to somebody, it's just like 50 pounds of it. What the fuck?
Yeah.
It feels heavier than the rocket size should be.
He's got a bunch of dimples all over his body.
Has Oz left his perch also looking for gold?
Oz was not super like observant of the fact that an explosion of gold pieces happened,
Okay.
because
more like,
it
"What the
wasn't a
fuck?"
huge like river encompassing explosion either. It was just kind of on one side of the river.
So Oz is bad at his job.
Yeah.
He paid
Oz is
extra.
probably good at keeping people out, but not ghouls.
Yeah.
Give him a slim flag.
Yeah, Oz is
was
kind of just
asleep.
there. Oz is
Well,
just
true.
kind of there for like threats against like directly entering into the harbor and the dock
Okay.
that you are parked at.
Yes.
Like, and he keeps a general watch over the river because that's where the threats could come from.
Yeah.
But most of the time, it's just none of his fucking business. And so the remains of the SS Ennards kind of just floats back down the river from whence it had stopped as pieces come to settle in the water and float away.
Hey.
I will say one more thing for flavor. In your salvaging efforts, you would also find the ship's wheel about 75% intact, but it's not the same kind of ship's wheel as the Toad Skippers.
Okay. During the last bit of my watch before everybody wakes up, he's going. Sundial is going to very nicely play the music box and just focus on that. Did I
Hold
just
on.
see Dippy swear and say shit?
As you open the music box and let it play, its soft sound beckons out into the night air with the sweet reminiscence of memories of a life that you don't even know. And you have gone on a spiritual search to find. Gently, the others take note of this, and you feel comforted by the noise. And as the sun begins to rise, and the music box plays its melody for the last time before its lid automatically shuts, you all come to the morning safe and sound.
Guys, I had this weird dream that we had to take down a ghost ship.
That was real.
I don't like that.
It's not a dream.
I blew it up.
Yeah, Sundial blew it up.
And as we come to that point,
I will.
we're gonna go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna buy it the way, like, take my shoulder piece that I have, of,
Mhm.
like the gold, and just crack it open, and then take
Like an
out
egg.
the 40 pieces of gold, and then just hand it off to Zog.
It's like one of those geos that you can cut open.
Yeah, it's a geode.
Yeah, it's
That's
a
exactly
geode.
what it is.
It's like,
Oh
I
my
just thought it
god,
was a
it's
really,
perfect. It's a geode.
I just thought it was a really nice rock.
Alright, well, I'll hold on to the gold for you, buddy.
Okay.
All right.
I thought it was his rent.
I did...
That's incredible.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
no.
yes, it's rent. Everyone on the boat owes me rent.
All right, so we're
Sundial
gonna
just
take.
like under his breath, he goes, "I've never paid rent before. What the fuck?
What is the purpose of rent?
What is?" Seriously, he'll be like, "Zog,
So-
what's the purpose of rent?"
I heard it's
I
this
put-
like this Broadway show that you can go see with like they talk about time of like how much you have. I don't understand. I've never done
Just
into that
invented
stuff.
Broadway in this universe. Congratulations.
I'll
are
take
you
it
talking
out
about
of the
that
fee
weird
for
Oh,
island?
Broadway is there is definitely.
Are you
a
talking about
Broadway
that
in New
weird
York City.
island?
We'll talk about that when we get
Oh,
there.
I was gonna say Broadway is a weird island full of like really musical people that we went to that one time.
I walk
No.
up. I'll walk up behind Zog, combing my hair, and said, "I'll take it out of the fee for protecting your boat."
Oh my god.
You didn't even do shit.
You threw one tiny dagger.
It
I
took
got-
away
Like,
a
where's-
portion of
No,
its
wait,
health.
you didn't even throw a dagger.
All Zog saw
Tessa?
what like
Huh?
You were saying, Tessa?
Jessica's just like, where's breakfast?
That's a
Uh,
good question.
Zog would probably like after all the banter and whatnot be like,
Excuse
I
me.
will. Oh, I
I, bur-
Oh, she
burped.
burped.
Sorry.
I thought you were like, excuse me, I would like to talk now.
Oh.
Feel bad. Like,
It's
now
like, my
drawing
goodness.
attention to this.
I've been
I
trying to
I
call us to a
mean-
break. Let's take 10, 15.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're
We'll
going to a
come
break?
back.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we'll come back
Yeah.
after a short intermission. Until then, y'all just stick around. We're gonna come back with a part 2 that we don't do the podcast anymore. Just stick around, y'all. It's gonna be a little
Ah.
fun after the
Alright.
break.
I'll be right
Right.
back.
All right.
See you in a bit. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. and everybody, welcome back to the In-Quy'zz-ition, episode 10. Are you on the stream starting soon? Okay.
We had two
I-
transitions.
We're on
Go.
such a delay. We're on such a delay. Oh God. How is everybody doing out there in the chat room? There's a room where you chat. Let's get back into it.
It's been kind of quiet today.
Yeah.
It's not really
Yes.
been super active today, which is fine.
We miss you.
As long as we are still supporting and watching and listening, that's perfectly okay with us.
Scratch.
Oh,
Thanks,
thank you.
Dudley.
All right.
Oh no, I'm dying.
I killed a
God.
Dono.
Oh, and gear. Hydrate.
Thank you so much. Woohoo.
I just figured I'd throw those out there. So,
I can't
Zog?
hydrate. I'm currently dying.
Don't die.
You okay,
Zog
Dom?
Yeah, I'm
would
fine.
100% go into town and just pick up breakfast sandwiches for everybody.
Breakfast sandwiches. Alrighty.
Can I go with you?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a little just diner shack right up the street. They make good just
Jersey Mike's, right?
BCs.
Shut up.
I
Hell no.
actually had that for lunch today. So.
Damon with
I was thinking it was Ye Old IHOP.
Ye old eye.
It's ran by a lady named Eileen.
How many times are you gonna make this fucking joke?
All right.
Answer the question, drunk.
So me and Zog and Willow head off to just like a little mom and pop bakery-ish just to grab some like bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches for everybody.
So, you kind of go up the hill to what looks like a pub. Looks like it's equipped for breakfast and sleeping accommodations above. It's called O'Toole's. Otulles. O'Toole's. And as you step inside, fairly standard decor on the inside. Behind the bar, none of the drinks like stations are set up yet, and like ready, like tapped or drafted. But there are people who are sitting with some nice crockery and just having a nice breakfast. It looks like they're equipped to make flapjacks and breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah, I look at Willow and I'm just like, order whatever you want. I got you.
Alrighty. Keep looks at you.
Make him regret it. Fantasy. Make him regret it.
Keep looks at you too, and he's just like, "Ah, thank you for coming on down to O'Toole's. Is there anything else I can get for you today?"
What's the biggest thing you have?
What?
Remember, it's the small ones that eat the most.
But the biggest thing that we have would probably be our whole pork belly.
I want that.
All right. Give us about 10-15 minutes.
I'm
And for you-
also I'm gonna grab, we'll say 10, 12. Jesus, seems like you're gonna eat a lot. We'll grab just like 12 bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches for the road.
Bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches, making about 10. Yeah, give us about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Feel
Yeah,
free
take your
to
time.
feel free to mingle about. And he turns around, goes back into the back, and appears to sound like he starts cooking up a very large helping. Make a perception check if you'd like.
Oh, okay. Perception. Ooh, okay. Not as bad as I thought. That's a 14.
14,
An 18.
18. Very nice.
You both fail.
Oh, man.
You look around. Morning crowd. Not too much to ponder about. You do kind of look over and observe what appears to be a group conversing with each other in what sounds like almost Orcish, but you recognize the dialect as Urkish.
Mhm.
there are words and phrases that translate in both languages that you kind of hear just basic talk, but
Yeah.
it almost sounds like someone took Sylvester Stallone and tried to make him speak gobbledygook.
Okay.
Like
So it's kind of like a Spanglish for Turkish.
a little bit.
All right.
Just a very heavy, different pronunciation of Orcish words.
Okay.
And they appear to be, a couple of them appear to be Urks, a couple of them appear to be half orcs. And sitting among them is one just looks like a buck standard human. And he's just like sipping, acknowledging, sipping, takes a bite of a flapjack.
Do you see that guy eating flapjacks with his hands?
Rips off a piece of flapjack. Eats.
What's a flapjack?
It's a. Hey, did we catch the waitress's name?
Uh,
I'm asking Willow, but I
No.
don't know. No. Excuse me. Can you add like 2 orders of flapjacks to that? My buddy's never had any.
2 orders of flapjacks. Do you want those out first?
Yeah. Actually, that'd be great.
All right, coming out. And he comes back 5 seconds later. 2 orders of flapjacks. Looks like they had some ready-made.
So you normally the flapjack, they're like light, they're doughy, and I'd assume there's like syrup or something on the table, right? Like
Nope. No syrup.
Hey, do you have syrup back there? Syrup.
What the fuck is syrup?
You stick a thing in a tree and it gets like this really sweet stuff. Is that all right?
Yeah, no fucking clue, buddy. And he comes
Oh.
and he pokes his head back around.
Okay. Well, flapjacks. You do
see a little container of powdered sugar on the table.
Oh, that works. Yeah, no, you just throw some sugar on this, and then he puts some sugar on yours, and they're just light. They're fluffy. They're like, look, it's like people got away with eating cake for breakfast, and we called it normal.
Okay.
And you like.
But yes.
Whoa! Sensations, lights, colors, sounds, all entering into your senses and orifices as you take a bite of this wonderfully sweet creation. Even the Feywild had stuff. Even the Feywild stuff wasn't like nearly as sweet compared to this. This is like a really wonderful sensation.
I think I got a cavity.
All the Fae people have like gained 15 pounds since coming into the real world.
Yeah, they all like walk. Yeah, they've been like, oh, all this walking, we ought to lose weight, and they've actually put on 10.
It's the freshman 15.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I got that after college. Like, what the-
Same.
Ugh.
I got that.
Well,
I got that.
I got that when I got married.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
They fatten you up so nobody can steal you.
Hey. That is a good method. Okay. That is literally how I got my partner.
Meanwhile,
That is a
back on the
joke that
boat.
we make.
We'll take a short pause at the breakfast gathering. Tesla, Sundial, anything anyone on the boat wanted to do or talk about?
Sundial is currently playing with a piece of like pebble that he's molded into a cat toy.
Mosaic
like-
is just kind of like,
He's just like tossing a ball. Mosaic's
yeah, Mosaic just scrambles along on the deck.
slides across the like wood floor and like slams into the wall
Surprisingly
for a
good-
second.
You would think that being made of moss would make you kind of slippy. Actually, more grippy because it's like more pad, less claw.
Tesla comes out with her backpack. Okay, so I'm ready to go.
They left like 15 minutes ago.
Oh, my heart.
I wasn't ready. I thought we were all going to get breakfast. All right.
Do you want to play with the cat?
Sure.
I hand Pebble.
Little cat Pebble. Mosaic, by the way, very much like in the Persian family, very short snout, very big eyes, almost like owl-like eyes, just huge eyes.
Dippy, you don't know this,
Big,
but you're
goofy
describing my
smile.
actual cat.
Yeah. And kind of flopped over ears like
Okay,
a
she doesn't have floppy ears, but yeah.
like a Maine
That's
Coon.
picks
Scottish
up
fold, you mean?
Scottish folding.
Maine
picks up
Coons are the big
the
ones.
cat and starts petting it, and her little hamster clockwork starts walking around sniffing on things.
It's a hamster now. I love that. That's
Yes.
great.
Is it in its own hamster ball? Because that would be dope.
It probably is because it's as small as it can
Oh
get
my
without
God.
having because there's certain sizes and shapes that it can make, so it's probably made up for its smallness by putting in a skeleton type hamster ball around it.
I love it. A little hamster and a hamster ball. That's great. And they just kind of like, Mosaic kind of bats at the outside of the ball for a second, and then your homunculus is kind of like, and they realize that they're like,
You can see it having a heart attack. 'Cause-
yeah. Mosaic chases it thinking it's fun. Your homunculus is being chased thinking it's about to get eaten, and it's just, it's a fun display.
I don't know. I think he would be less worried about being eaten, more like.
Oh fuck. Oh
I
fuck.
mean,
yeah,
does it really
absolutely.
have any fear? It's a
Not
monkey.
really.
It's probably
Like-
just like the game.
It's
Oh, yeah.
flavor.
Absolutely.
Homunculus
yeah.
has not feeling. Okay, so
That is what my character is doing.
There you go.
I'm gonna set up bowling pins, and then take the hamster and just.
Oh.
Hey, no.
in the middle of the first roll,
Like what? You got to play with my cat.
roll a d10.
You want me to
Roll a
roll a
D10.
d10?
Yeah, you roll a d10.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to do a
10.
concentration save.
10. Strike.
I've invented hamster ball.
God, you're terrible.
No,
Hamster bowling.
I'm
Okay,
not
homunculus
playing
bowl.
with your cat. I'm petting your cat. Besides,
You said it has no
I
feelings.
made that thing.
You said it has no feelings.
No, that was off character.
Oh, okay. And then
Oh, whoops.
I was like,
My
does it
bad.
really actually? Sorry,
Oops.
I was over table. But
Oopsie.
Oopsie doodles. It seems we've made a mistake.
Knowledge for the future.
Future.
So, and Mosaic purring, but like there's less it's almost like the hair. It's almost hair. It's almost like the moss is tingling rather than the body vibrating when
Okay.
the purring happens. It's a
Tesla,
very neat sensation.
you're a very intelligent person. Do you know anything about gelatinous creatures?
I know nothing about organisms. If you want to know about rocks and machine parts, I gotcha. But
And I can teach you how to steal things.
Oh, I'm pretty good at that.
Shut up. And stab people behind their back.
I bet Damon doesn't even realize.
No, he has not learned.
He has not.
He doesn't realize.
Over the entire course of this. It's just great.
Yeah.
No, at this point, he thinks he misplaced them.
Yeah. They're just in the tunnel that he left.
Just left him behind in the,
They
in
just
the,
slipped out of
in
his
the
pocket.
underground tunnel.
They slipped
Oh,
out
I
of,
love
they slipped off his belt, like the button came loose or whatever, and just
Incredible.
all over the place because they didn't leave through the tunnel. They left through the other side.
But I went through the tunnel a couple
Hmm.
more times.
Yeah.
And
When I almost blew up because you stole them.
Yeah. Sounds like a personal
Yeah.
problem.
sounds like a personal. Meanwhile, back in the pub.
Zog definitely getting a chance to have like be one-on-one with Willow
Mhm.
is like asking her like, so I know you're just wanting adventure and journey and whatnot. Like, what was so not adventureful about where you're from?
Well, since I've gotten here from the Feywilds, I was pretty much. I was helping out one of the important peoples in Petal.
Mm-hmm.
Which you are
Hey.
aware of.
Yeah.
You very rarely have taken an excursion to a drop-off point that ends up in Petal.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much my wants and his wants weren't the same.
Ooh, I get that.
So, and I wanted to experience the outside world.
Well, is there anything you want to see? I mean, we have a boat and then we have a mission right now, but like, we can kind of go anywhere.
I'm just down to go wherever everyone else wants to go. Because I
Pretty much
don't know a lot.
All right.
So,
Well, if you ever see something, let me know, and we'll try to make it happen.
do they have waterfalls here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably want to go see something like that.
Could Zog do like a memory check of like, all right, I like because I'd assume Zog's seen plenty of waterfalls of like, what's the nice waterfalls I remember?
No check needed necessarily.
Okay.
You think at the mention of a waterfall, one place immediately comes to mind. The holy crap. The Land of 1,000 Puddles has a lot of very interesting water formations in it
Mhm.
because it's literally an exit wound of a shotgun blasted like asteroid. Like there are holes, there are very deep cavernous holes
Mhm.
in the Land of 1,000 Puddles that some like rivers and lakes just flow into. And it doesn't
Okay.
seem like they end. It doesn't seem like they're going anywhere other than replenishing the waterbed to make the cycle work again.
Is there a
Alright.
frog on a log in the hole?
And the bottom of the sea? No. No, there isn't one.
No, I was talking about the Land of
Uh,
1,000 Ponds.
The lake,
Land of a
the land of 1,000 puddles. That's where Sundale landed.
Yep.
All right, cool.
So, and like I'm sure like just through chit chat and we like get the food and start heading back and how much he looks over, he's like, how much is all this gonna cost us?
As soon as the trays of the potbelly and the 12 sandwiches have been brought out at this point, and they're like the potbelly is sitting ready to be eaten. The sandwiches are sitting ready either to be eaten or to be taken out.
Okay.
And Keep looks over and just says, for the lot, it's probably gonna run you about here.
40
Let's
gold
be
pieces.
generous. Let's be generous and call it about 3.5 gold.
Oh, that's fine. I'll how about we just do 3 because I don't got any silver on me, and I hold up the bowl and I'm like, I'll give you this nice bowl. I don't know much about it, but it's very pretty.
I like your bowl.
Looks at the bowl, kind of grabs it. Whoops.
Is that the bowl that we got from the general store?
No, the bowl from the shop.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Looks at this bowl. Looks back to you. How did you get this?
I found it in the water at a shipwreck. Why, does it mean something to you?
Kind of reaches under his bar,
Mhm.
pulls out a slip of paper, that says "Deed O'Toole's," and he says, "You could trade this for this bowl. I suggest that you be more careful with this." And he hands the bowl back to you and puts the deed back under his thing. Let's just call it 3 gold.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, well, now you could have ran me for a scam. I'll give you 4.
Fine. He has a look on his face of confusion, but also like,
I am confusion.
like, okay.
America.
Well, no, he could have absolutely just been like, yeah, the bowl's worth shit, sure. Like,
You give him 4 gold, and he's like, "All right, pleasure doing business with you." But that definitely rang some alarm bells.
yeah.
Like,
I thought
why
it was
would a
just a
bowl?
bowl.
Why would he offer the deed to his pub
Mhm.
for what could only be described as a very innocuous silver bowl?
My question is, why is the deed under the table
Yeah.
and not in a more
Behind
secure?
the bar. It's behind the bar.
That won't stop a thief.
It's kind of like businesses are required to hang their business license.
Yeah, that's what I was
Operation
thinking.
certificate.
Yeah.
Tesla has to do that back at her place.
The
Boom,
last
lawyered.
Boom.
mini thing on the way is I'm just gonna be like asking, like, we don't have to run through all the RP because we'll take forever. But I'm just gonna be like rapid fire asking Willow of like what you have and haven't seen. Of like, is there any food you want to eat? Is there any animals you're interested in? Like, what do you really like? Just going off.
All right. Are there any standout answers for you, Willow?
A deer.
A deer. It's hard to find deer that aren't like kind of fucked up. I'll be real, but we can look. We'll keep our eyes out.
It's still a deer, even though it's fucked up.
Oh, if you're okay with a fucked up deer, yeah, we can definitely.
Didn't we see
definitely
one
find
of
a
those
fucked
on the
up
way
deer.
here?
That was a herding animal. It was not
Okay.
a deer.
Got it.
Also, totally didn't notice it. We gotta hydrate.
Oh,
Oh, we got a
Yay.
different one. Yeah, thank you so much. Primal Goddess, thank you for coming in. Wonderful. All right.
Just a jug of tea.
Yeah, I
It's
don't.
beautiful.
I have no want or desire to pour this into a cup. So
I imagine Zog and Willow get back to the boat as he's carrying all the food, and he's like, breakfast, and then he slips on a fucking hamster ball that's getting thrown at pins on his fucking boat.
The food.
snaps his ankle. He's
could
like,
Could I acrobatics to catch him?
Oh my god, that is okay. We're just acting as if that actually happened. Yeah,
it's
sure.
true.
Make an acrobatics.
this is an open world, right? We can do whatever the fuck we
Open
want.
world.
Who says that we can't snap our
Alright.
ankles? Fucking.
Always here to listen. Also, Dippy, I understand the jug of tea. I'm the same way sometimes. So you got
Yes,
Primal
thank
Goddess
you.
on your side.
Thank
Well,
you.
the comment
There was
being
no
is,
shade, by the way.
the thing is, it's not the first time he's done it.
No, it's like
It's like
every
his
stream,
thing
yeah.
for stream.
Mhm.
It's the first time I've noticed.
Oh god.
Incredible.
But that is a total of 16 because 10 on the
16.
die and 6 acrobatics.
Nice.
You're like, whoa! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10.
We lost one sandwich.
I don't know what I'm gonna do if I ever stream with Dippy and he's not drinking out of a gallon jug of sweet tea.
I don't know what I would do either, if I'm being honest.
Zog definitely walks up to Tesla with 2 sandwiches in hand. He's like, "Oh, you're up now, awesome!" As he's handing her breakfast.
Oh,
Yeah, I've been up.
Oh, okay.
Just takes me.
oh.
What's up, Dippy?
No. just-
Oh, good. Yeah.
Sorry.
So I mean, we got a lot of ground to cover. Do y'all want to hit the road?
Yeah.
The
Yes.
ocean, the stream, whatever it's called. I'm
Yes,
boatsman. I
please.
should know this.
One of you and only one of you make a perception check.
Not
Who
Someone
was
it.
else than me. Someone other than
Not
me.
it.
I can do it.
Willow got it.
Go for it.
Willow.
Go, Willow.
But Willow rolls bad.
That's a 24.
What were you saying, Monk? What were you saying, Monk?
Shut the
What
fuck
did you
up,
say?
Charmander.
Willow rolls bad. That's a 24.
That's like the first time she's rolled above a 15 all
Maybe
campaign.
we just have to say that she
No,
rolls real bad
first-
right before she
first
rolls.
episode.
Oh, there were a couple of really
Yep.
good days when you weren't here.
Yeah.
Trust
Oh, yeah.
us. Maybe you're
First
the
episode
crux.
was everything.
All right.
Watch, because of
24.
that, Drunk's just gonna roll like shit for the rest of the day.
Uh-oh. 24.
I also
You
think I
look-
gave my curse away.
Yeah.
You look behind your boat. Your turtle carcass is still floating back there.
That makes me scared for next campaign, honestly. Your curse being gone, like shit. Okay, go.
Your turtle shell carcass is still floating behind your boat.
Got it.
Just to make you think that maybe something happened to it. So,
Maybe.
for the last little bit of our episode here, why don't we go ahead and get into some more traveling? That's always fun, isn't
Jolly
it?
good, my old man.
Jolly good.
Jolly good.
By the end of the day, you will have reached Goober, which is the other town where you could sell materials.
BG Dubs, while we're traveling, I am sitting with Zog learning still how to
Yes.
drive the boat.
Oh yes,
And I
any
will, at
downtime
one point in
activity.
time during it, just be like, so Tesla wanted to go get breakfast with you guys, and just flat out say that with no, well, like nothing, like what's the word? It was unprompted,
So
and then he just stops talking.
I want to, since we're going to be doing a day of traveling, I want to be the typical frat boy at a beach party drinking, and I'm going to try and peer pressure Zog the entire way to drink with me. But about the time Sundial says that, I just spit out all my drink laughing.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna tell you right now, it is a DC 1 persuasion check to have Zog drink with me.
Oh, jeez.
So, as these events have just been called out for your downtime, Damon is drinking, Zog is drinking and teaching, and
boating.
and boating, and Sundial is learning from a drunk teacher.
And giving emotional damage
Depending
for free.
depending on your con saves, I'll make you roll a con save or two just to see how well you hold it. Let me roll my.
Natural 20.
All right.
Nice.
Pretty good hold,
Natural
pretty good hold.
18.
Alrighty. Very good. Very
Total
good.
of dirty 20.
Guys.
Oh,
Who was the last person to roll a D100?
Dono.
Dono rolled a D100. I need someone else to roll a D100.
Reese, you do it. You haven't rolled in a bit.
I've been quiet.
He's trying not to roll any dice.
78.
That's 70s aren't good.
Only thing that would have been better was a 69.
I know.
What? Okay. Sure. You know how encounter lists have like these, you just come across this number of things, and then a couple of them are just like a paragraph of something that happens?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You got both of the paragraphs for the random encounter table.
Oh no.
Cool.
One of them was the merchant ship,
Mhm.
and the other one is this, which is going to happen later in the trip.
Okay.
Okay.
Fucking incredible. One more time, just for good measure.
Do you want me to roll again?
So, alcohol kept. Learning. Go ahead and roll. What did you have? Did you have something at all, or did you?
Oh, what?
Who?
Who rolled something else?
Oh, no. I was
think
wondering if
anybody
you
rolled
wanted me to roll again because you only got that one type of
Roll for
encounter.
what?
Just
Oh
encounter?
no! It's a
Oh.
different thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's a different thing.
Okay. Good to know.
All right.
Ugh.
So, drinks have been kept sufficiently down, and you are not necessarily drunk.
Got it.
First portion of your day goes by. Are there any other downtime activities anyone would like to do?
Yes.
Yes.
I want to try and bond with my snake.
Oh, right.
Snake. I'm a
Let's
snake.
make
What's a snake is snake?
Let's make some animal
Snake.
handling stuff then.
Yeah. This may not be good.
See how well your first one goes. We'll work from there.
Can I
12?
12.
wait? Never mind. No.
Kind of open up the cage. You just offer out your arm. He just kind of looks. Just slowly just sets a head down on the back of your hand. Not really crawling up the arm, just like, okay, I acknowledge your presence. Nothing bad, nothing good. Just, it's a tiny bit of progress. I will allow you I would allow you to make another one with a slightly higher DC.
Okay. And is Willow nearby?
Do you want to be nearby?
Probably.
There you go.
It's not that big of a boat.
Yeah,
It's not a huge boat.
because
Willow can fly, but it's mostly up to Willow whether she wants to stick with the boat or not.
yeah, I'll be near you with my dovey.
Okay. I just give you the look of
I go over.
Kind of unfurls its wings just a little bit. It just rests them out.
I know that you can speak with animals. Is there a way to help the connection here? Like, could you ask him what his name is, or ask them what their name is?
Yeah, I can. And I cast animal or no.
A snake? Hold on.
Speak with animal.
Speak with animals. Pidgeov is like, and you kind of look to the flying snake, and he's like, "Can I help you?"
Hi. I was wondering what your name is.
When I was found, I was called Ulas.
All right.
Ullass, Ulas.
Ulas. Like Unas. Lass.
Is that the name you want to be called?
Kind of looks up to Quinlan and then back to you. Frankly, I don't quite care.
Okay.
If he thinks it will help. He just kind of...
Well, do you want to be called that or something else?
He just said he didn't care.
Because you matter.
And and then he, after you say that, he's like, tilts his head. It's a very kind statement.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose I would like to be called by my original name again if you had the choice.
Okay.
I love this guy.
Damon,
Hold
we've
on.
been drinking
Who
too
lost
much,
the
or is
flying
she talking to a snake?
We lost the flying snake.
He does that from time to time.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my
I've been
god.
watching her do weird shit for a while.
I am so sorry that I didn't mute for that. I'm sorry.
Creepy. It's all good.
I look back up to Quinn and say, he would like to be called Ulas the Flying Snake.
And then Ulas kind of looks up to you, Quinlan, and is just like cocks his head. The DC is now lower than the first one was. And you can, if you already rolled, you can re-roll.
I did
Can
not
I-
already roll for this.
Okay, yeah,
Be-
go ahead and roll.
Because
Yes.
I already made that comment of like, is she talking to a snake? And I see Quinlan vibing. Can I cast Bless on the two of them, being like, they're up to something? Let me help. Like,
On the snake? Oh no, on
No,
Willow
on-
and okay,
on Willow and
Okay.
I cast bless on the snake. No,
Yes.
Willow and okay, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
all right, so you can add a D4.
Okay.
Go for it.
So that is a beautiful. Okay, so math, that's 23.
Ooh,
Because I got a
23.
19 on the die, plus a 3 with the bless, and plus 1 for my animal handling. So thank
Yes!
you. Thank you.
So you like turn your hand to like hold Ulas just a little bit, and then you speak his name, and he just kind of looks at you, and you swear if a snake could smile, he just did. And he slowly coils around your arm all the way up to your shoulder, kind of perches himself up on your shoulder. Constrictors will occasionally coil up and rest on a branch just with all of their coils going around on themselves.
Yep.
Kind of does that on your shoulder with his head, occasionally peeking into your peripheral just to give you a nice glance. Ulas looks over to you, Willow, and says, "Oh, and tell him my favorite food is small birds." And he slowly grins as he looks at your Pidgeoff. You just push him behind your head. And you're oh god, I know you gave him a name. What was it?
Dovey.
Dovey.
She's off limits.
Dovey. And Dovey is just like, what did he say?
Just she's off limits. I will come after you.
He just smiles. He just grins slyly. Which translates when you speak with animals. His physical, his body language translates too.
Yeah.
That's incredible. So,
Are we going to have a problem, Willow?
His favorite food is small birds.
I see.
you look up
Huh.
into this. You hear. Wait. Perfect sponsor moment. Where is it?
Go to the
Oh,
jungle.
Are you kidding me? Do
And
I
yet
not have
again, to be
birds?
clear, we're not sponsored. We just like
Not a
them.
sponsor. We just like to use them.
I don't want to get in legal trouble.
No.
Look up into the sky. A small flock of seagulls flies overhead.
They're all sitting there, and I ran so far.
Not
gonna
the
say
flock of seagulls.
Ulas and
Mine.
Mine.
Mine?
Oh, we got another stretch.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that
Gears,
actually
I'm
kinda
trusting
hurt.
you that you stretch them.
You look to Ulas.
I
Ulas
am
kind of looks to
totally
you,
stretching.
and
Stretching my
Ulas
toes.
Ulas gives you a look of, "Do you trust me?" And he like looks up, coils his head back, ready to like strike, and then leaps off of his shoulder, wings outspread, and he just like and catches a seagull out of the air with his fangs, and just like wrestles with it in the air for a moment. Eventually, just like brings it back down onto the deck, and just coils up around it and starts nibbling on it. Just that's Ulas's favorite food, all right.
yeah.
And he's a flying
Okay.
snake. He's a flying snake. He can hunt it himself.
Mm-hmm.
Thereby me giving you an excuse to not have to feed him every day.
I like to imagine all this is happening, and you just hear Ripples being like, "But we have turtle meat on the boat." Why'd you do that?
Yeah, just off in the background, Willow, you hear Ripples just very calmly go, mm. And he like you hear the crocodile growl. If you were to turn and go look for him, he would be devouring a small cube of the turtle meat that was brought back on board.
You get it, boy. You get it.
She's like, as long as it's not Dovey.
Exactly.
It's not Dovey. So,
Dippy,
first party, yes. Go ahead.
I would also like to have my character make another elixir since we've had a rest.
Do it.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Woo. Go for it. What do you gain? Ooh-wee. Artificers, fun.
Yeah.
Artificers are awesome.
After
They are.
After Tesla's done with that, can I focus on Kin? My slime?
Yes.
So
What would you like Kin to do?
I'm thinking about that right now, but take care of Tesla first.
By the way, Kin is still in his little like double corked glass jar container.
Double corked up?
Double corked up on a
Double
Thursday
corked
afternoon.
up on a Tuesday.
All right, Tesla. If you want to focus on Kin, absolutely, you can just like. What do you want to focus on? Do you want to do like an animal handling type thing, or what? Or you kind of. Donna.
Oh, say that one more time. I thought you were talking to Tesla.
What do you want to kind of do with focusing on Kin? Tesla is focusing on the elixir at the moment.
I mean, I'm just wanting to like, I don't know, like try and understand like how we're connected in some way. Just like, I don't know, make intelligence checks to see, like, it's a gray ooze
You're
in a
trying
container.
to talk.
Yeah, like if I can communicate with it, if it's supposed
with a gray
to be,
ooze.
yeah, because it's connected to my dreams and stuff. So I'm trying to like, can I connect with this in some kind of way? Can I just like look at it? Is there like?
We already made the distinction in a previous episode that this was not a specific kind of gray ooze. Let me make just doubly, like triply sure. Italy. Let me just make doubly, triply sure of something before you go headlong into this.
Got it.
Intelligence 1, you cannot communicate with it.
Okay. Can I understand it?
Can you understand it? It has no languages.
Okay. I mean, I meant it in like like philosophical term, but okay.
If you want to philosophically connect with this ooze, okay, that makes perfect sense. Roll a religion check at disadvantage. And Tesla, let me load the
philosophy
results
was a
of your
religious
elixir.
thing, but okay.
Religion and philosophy go hand in hand with each other.
Does
They
it?
do.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, it was a natural 20 and a 10, so I got a 10.
Okay, I was about to say it was a natural 20 and a natural 19. No.
It would
Natural
have been
10.
cool.
10. You stare at Kin the Grey Ooze. A
Isn't
little
it?
pseudopod comes up, and Kin, and it kind of stares back at you.
Can I bring it like
He looks
close
at
to my
me.
core?
And I look at him. And he looks at
And he
me.
looks at me.
And I look at him. And he looks at me. And I look at him.
Can I bring it close to like my core?
And I get nothing because he has an intelligence of 1.
Jar?
Does it
Are you
react at
bringing
all?
the jar closer to yourself?
Yeah, like does it react at all if I bring it close to the core?
You bring it closer and closer. And you notice just this very faint effect of a wibbly wobbly wobbly wobbly.
Sorry, let's continue.
You went through an episode of Doctor Who.
of just kind of a warbly sensation in the primary body of this gray ooze. Of it just it jiggle, it don't fold.
Fantastic.
And for a split second, it almost good gift. For but a split second, oh my god! Stop with the. I'm closing this one. All right. For but a brief moment, it feels like you hear it, but beyond the glass barrier that is between you two, you just hear like these faint tones, just a resonating deep within the center of this ooze.
If I were to take the music box out and put the gray ooze like right next to
a musical chest,
musical chest.
Yeah.
If I took that out and I put the like ooze so it would be able to like I lift the lid and then I put it on top of the lid while the box is like making its tune, what happens?
So you open the lid and the tunes would start playing. And where do you want to place the ooze in relation
So if
to
the
this?
lid opens up, like if it goes from like this to this,
yeah,
I want to put the ooze
it clamshells open.
Yeah, I want to put the ooze in the lid part where it's like convex.
In the lid. Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
The lid.
And just see what happens.
The lid, yes.
You hear the music begin to play again.
Okay.
If you are on the boat, which you are.
Everyone's on the boat.
Everyone's on the boat. You hear the music begin to play again. The ooze almost just begins wobbling and forming in its tube, almost to coat the walls of the tube as much as it can, spread itself out so it's coating the walls.
Mm-hmm.
It's very loose in this state. It looks almost weightless.
Okay.
And then the music stops, which I didn't let it go all the way to the end, whatever.
We're good.
As soon as the music stops, it just kind of like comes back down to its form.
I don't get it, but okay. and I like take the ooze, put it back into my form, and close the lid. Did I get anything from that? Sorry. I don't know.
Do with that information what you will, I suppose.
So it reacts to the music like, I don't know. I don't know if that's a negative or a positive. I don't know.
Dippy, did you need a success roll or did you just want a number?
No, I'm pretty sure you just roll on the table and you see what you get. Yeah.
All right. It was a 4. So I will be adding that to my inventory.
Whoa. All right. Very nice. Sounds good. Would anyone be in the area of you doing your elixir stuff?
I don't know. Would anybody?
Well,
I haven't quote unquote office on the deck. So like
Mm.
not on the deck, but like on the boat. So
Yeah, in the lower deck.
her little quarters area. So yeah, as soon as she got done petting the cat, she would have gotten up and eaten. After eaten, got up and gone to do her own thing.
There you go.
So like if anybody followed her, it wouldn't have been hard, and Zog knows where her place
Yeah.
is.
There you go. Well, so that's very good.
All right.
I will say that is it's a second empty flask that you have now used to make a second elixir.
Mm-hmm.
They both still exist, obviously, but you will need to either find another empty flask or make one somehow, or buy one, or whatever you had to do. I would say that you would have thought to bring two, and now you have.
I'm using empty oil cans.
Oh. Well, there you
Ooh,
go.
I love that.
So like the little, the quart bottle things that she would
I
use to
gotcha.
clean and help maintain the vehicle. If they're laying around, which knowing Zog, they probably are.
Oh,
She'll
yeah.
grab something, wash it out, and make it and use it. So
Perfect. Well,
yeah.
there are plenty of those, so
I guess-
you have nothing to worry.
I'm guessing chemical dumping isn't like against the law here.
Fair.
You live in a irradiated wasteland of a continent. What do you think the law is on dumping? There isn't one.
So when you go to find something to clean it out, you just take the water outside, like
Yeah.
put some acid into it, acetone, like clean it out, and just dump it back
It's-
into the sea.
yeah,
Water
pretty
is
much.
the acetone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Right.
So, first part of the journey goes dungeon in a box. Oh, that's
Hey!
Wences. That's
Yeah.
Wences' business account.
No,
Hello.
well,
Dungeon in a
he's
box.
the
He's the social media manager
yes.
for Dungeon. in a Box.
Hi, how's it going?
It's good to see you, Wences.
Yeah.
And Ready Set Crit, which is also Wences,
Hey.
I think.
No. Oh yeah, I
No.
think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for both of your accounts. Bless you.
But the fish,
Thank you.
the fish are all mutated, my guy. We just fought a giant mutant ninja turtle.
Yeah, the
Last session.
natural ecosystem has evolved around the fact that it is irradiated and polluted.
There's
That's
a
the whole
three-eyed
draw.
Simpson fish.
Ah,
Thus fish.
one
Oh
fish,
my
two
God,
fish,
sideways-
red fish, what the fuck
sideways
is that
monk.
fish?
Also,
Look, why are you sideways? Oh.
also, how much money do we make off of the turtle shell?
We haven't sold it
You
yet.
haven't
Still
gotten
have
to the town yet.
Oh, okay. I
First
thought
part
we
of the
had.
journey?
Oh, I thought
No,
we had
We
already.
sold the total meat.
No. First part of the
Okay.
journey goes by
My bad.
without issue.
Got it.
Second part of the journey, someone is observing from either the deck or the crow's nest. Who would that be?
We don't have a crow's nest.
I'm
Someone is observing from the top deck. Who would that
the
be?
person below me, probably our fine
Oh,
pixie
wait, no, I'm
fairy.
drunk.
Yeah.
Probably.
Me and
the
Damon
Willow.
are drunk in the cabin.
Well, Willow, why don't you
Um,
go ahead and make a perception check for me?
Can I, after like Zog and Damon get absolutely sloshed, just like take over driving for a little bit?
I would. Zog would absolutely hit a point where he's like, "I'm gonna backseat drive. Don't get mad. Then I'm gonna like chime in, but you can take over the wheel, buddy."
Okay, so I am now driving. But
All
yeah.
right, you get the controls in your hands, and you're just like, "Oh my god, I'm actually doing it."
I have no
It's a
emotion.
fairly
towards the
open
thing. I
range
am
of water right now,
And
but you
the
should be
entire time he is casting guidance on you.
I have no emotion towards not having to do this. I'm literally a machine.
There you
I'm
go.
like,
Willow.
I'm a machine.
I am the machine. 6.
It was a natural one.
Oh my god.
see,
Monk, don't say
fantasy
shit.
What
rolls
did I
great,
say?
right?
Willow
Monk.
never rolls well.
It's your fault, Monk.
Unbelievable.
Damn it, Dudley. I
What
love
happened?
Bert Kreischer.
Hey, it happens.
Same.
I've gotten 2 nat
You know, I
20s
actually just
this
actually
game,
just
and I
watched
haven't
that
been able to
special
use
recently.
either
It's
one of
very
them.
nice.
Sorry.
I actually watched that special recently. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Got some dice.
Yeah, no, you're just kind of like admiring the day. The sun, the sun being the big pale white dot it is.
Oh,
The sky being shades of verdant and verdant and lime green. the clouds starting to billow and smoke in its black and brumous gray forms. Doesn't look like storm or rain is coming, but it could be. But you don't know. But maybe.
You're not from here.
Meanwhile,
You don't even go here.
meanwhile, the random encounter is totally missed.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Cool.
Oh, all right.
Yay!
Yay!
All right. And the last part of the journey, let's make some downtime rolls now that we're entering the last part. So, ooh.
Fuck you, Scam Likely.
Don't believe a thing you hear or see. It is your old
Mr.
friend,
Scam
Likely.
Likely.
God.
Oh my god, so many friggin' gifts.
What?
There are
wish we could
so
show the
many
Discord
gifts
server
in
online.
the Discord chat. Golly, y'all.
I think you're finding out who the gift leaders are.
Pretty much.
Fucking go here? Sounds like a scam.
So,
All right. Do you want Zog rolling anything now that he's letting Sundial drive the boat, or just give him the help action pretty much?
yeah, you're basically if you're guidancing all the time,
Yeah.
then I just need Sundial to roll a water vehicles check.
Okay.
With advantage.
What do I add to it?
A
So
D4.
guidance is a D4.
Okay. So 2 D20s and a D4.
Yes, go for it.
That was cocked. Okay, cool. What stat do I add to this?
I would say for water vehicles, call it dexterity.
Okay. I've got decent dex. Okay. All added together, that is a 19.
19.
Yes, I got a 4 on the guidance die.
Firm grip on the wheel. 10 and 2. Keeping your eyes on the water at all times.
I don't have eyes.
You're doing just fine, buddy.
Okay. Bead of sweat comes down his brow.
You don't sweat.
I know, it's just moist. It's just condensation.
It's a condensation.
Zog wipes it off you. Like, I
What
don't
is
know
that?
if this is crying. I don't know if this is just like spraying seawater, but I got you.
There's a lot of water in the air and I just condensate.
It's
Okay.
incredible.
I will say at some point, Zog feel. Do you want Zog to make another Constitution check?
For what?
I mean, we're still drinking.
You're still drinking. Yeah.
Oh,
make
yeah.
I
I'll
assume
be
we're
drinking.
drinking like
I'll
all
be
day.
drinking.
Both of y'all make 2 more.
Song day drinking starts playing.
I'll be drinking. I'll be
I got a
drinking.
21 and a 19.
Nice.
Oh my
I'm
god.
doing
I
good.
got
Zog
a-
holds his liquor.
19 and a 17.
Ooh.
So not as good, but still hold it pretty good.
Yeah, you're both still holding out
I-
pretty strong. You're obviously succumbing to the effects after a couple of
Yeah.
hours, but you're like functioning.
Mm.
It is at some
You have
point.
obviously never been on a boat with me before.
At some point, Zog is going to poke his head out, be like, "Tesla, shot,
What?
shot, you,
Okay.
me, shot
Okay, I guess.
now."
All right. 1 minute. I'll be up.
Okay. And then he's
Okay.
gonna look. He's gonna look at Damon and be like, "I like her. She's pretty cool."
Damon
He
didn't hear you.
didn't have his headphones
Oh.
on for that.
Sorry,
I-
Megan said something to me.
No, you're good. After he yells to Tesla to take a shot, he's just gonna look at Damon and be like, "I like her. She's cool."
She is kind of cool. Don't tell her I said that.
I'm now I want.
Oh, God dang it.
Don't tell
Sundial's
me
here.
that. Don't tell me how to do things.
Mhm.
Sundial can't keep a secret to save his life.
He just looks at you and he says, "How do you know what I
Because you
have?"
just blurted shit out to Zog just a couple hours ago.
There's a lot of things I've never told you.
God.
Quinlan.
Oh,
It's
God,
getting
rest her
it's getting
soul.
intense in here. Shot. Do you drink?
He's a. Well, I guess he's a monk. Yeah, wine.
I will have you know, Damon. I have drank men twice your size under the table. Pour one up.
Let's go.
No problem.
Willow.
So we've got
apparently this is the party boat today. Willow.
apparently we got 4 out of 6
Yes.
so far.
I point at
5 out of
Sundown. I'm like,
6.
we have a DD. Take a shot with us.
5 out of the 6 people on this boat are drinking, and it's the 5 people who can.
Dippy, I
the
would
only one
like
who
to-
isn't is the one who literally can't.
Dippy, I would
Yeah.
like to,
Melissa walks
as
in and
story
then-
purposes, roll eventually again without any help. Of something going wrong. Just
On the boat?
yes.
At some point, it should be while we're all taking a shot because I am distracted.
Yeah, that's in the last part.
Well, I
This is-
think like you
that's-
all leave the captain's area
Can I-
and like the steering, and it's just
Yeah.
like it's
I-
just sundial.
Can I spend my last inspiration point to give Quinlan a white claw?
Oh God.
That's not how this works. That's just not how this works.
Oh,
There's
come
so
on,
many
it's
sundials.
funny.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Are you
okay,
just
okay,
noticing?
okay.
Shut up.
Inspiration points are not summoning stones unless you use a lot of them. Like
oh, you
last
want something
episode.
stiff to drink? I got something stiff to drink. She pulls out one of her elixir potions.
Ain't no
Tesla,
laws
can
with
I?
white claws.
Tesla, can I try it? I'm curious.
You want to try it?
I do.
I don't know what's
do you
in it.
do you pull out number 4 or number 6?
I'm gonna flip a coin, see which one he drinks,
All right.
because they're not labeled.
Oh God.
Oh no!
Wait, Tesla, are you handing me
Oh.
oil to drink?
It's not oil. I made it in the in my. It's something I was messing with. It's something new.
Zog in front of you.
He
like,
hands it
pulls
to
out
you in a
piece-
like a clear thing. Yeah.
Okay. Zog like pulls out a piece of paper and writes down like buy Tesla glass.
Look,
I-
I'm reusing. Okay, I gotta do something with the junk on this.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Whatever it is, he drinks the full thing.
Oh God. All right. Now we're just waiting for that coin flip.
Okay,
Ooh.
odds. All right, odds is the bold. The bold. He did the bold.
Ooh.
The
All right.
bold.
You put the elixir to your lips and you just take the whole thing down the gullet.
Ugh. How's it taste?
It has sort of an oaky nuttiness to it.
Ooh.
Strong, like wood pulp. It's like
Barrel-aged.
sap.
But
Yeah,
also,
like
it has
yeah.
a hint of licorice in it. That's really not so great.
Oh yeah.
Be great without the licorice.
And the smell is almost like you shoved a felt tip marker up your nose.
Ooh, that's
And as it goes down, you feel emboldened, empowered. You feel unstoppable. Having drunk a experimental boldening elixir, something very specific happens, which I will now tell you about. You can roll a d4 and add that number to every attack roll and saving throw for the next minute.
oh. I feel good. Guys, I wanna I don't know, I feel good. I feel like I could do things.
Oh yeah, you feel empowered. You feel
Zog-
dynamic.
Zog attempts to do a backflip.
Well, it's not
Fun.
an attack roll or a saving throw unless you fuck it up. So let's make an acrobatics check to see if you fuck it up.
Okay, alright. I got an 8 on the die and minus 1.
-1. You're like,
Seven.
okay, here we go.
Wait, no,
and you,
no. He gets a bonus, doesn't he?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is that
Oh.
he gets like halfway through the flip and then his momentum just kind of
Oh.
stops. Now you can roll with your emboldened with your emboldened state, I will allow you to roll a saving throw, and you get to add a +4 to it, or not a +4, a D4 to it.
So that's a 6 overall.
Oh no.
You rolled and you added a D4.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Whip. You just like fall straight onto your back. Oh,
okay.
God. Like halfway through, and then bam, right onto your spine. It's just you hear a crunching noise.
Tesla, I still liked how it tasted.
A couple more seconds pass, and you feel the feeling leave through your body, and you're just now lying cold on the deck of the ship.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stay here for a bit, guys. Don't mind me. Just like walk over, don't step on.
Tesla
You can go ahead and make that check now, Donna.
Okay.
Tesla pulls out her notes and starts making notes of what that it just did to.
No pluses, no advantage. What the hell? Did you just... Oh no!
I both.
You. So.
Just as
I will
he
let you
falls
do.
out his
I will let you
face.
do one of two things with a natural one. Your curiosity takes over, and you either push the, this. You either push this lever all the way forward, or you try to like. You either push this lever all the way forward, or you flip this switch that has a red light come on it. And you're just like, oh, what does this mean?
Okay. I'm rolling a d6. Evens, I flip the switch. Odds, I pull the lever. It's odds.
Odds, you flip the switch?
No, odds, I pull
Odds,
the
you
lever.
pull the lever.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. You look at this lever and you're like, is this the speed control? And you put it all the way forward, and all of you hear a very high-pitched whining noise as you hear, and you all of a sudden feel this jolt as the magical engine that runs this boat kicks into super mega ultra overdrive, like after dumping the regulator all the way forward to full speed ahead. You are just rocketing along in this river you are just absolutely...
I like to imagine that like my arms that are floating are attached to the wheel, and then as I go to pull the lever, it's just like, and I just go slam against the back. The arms are still attached to the wheel, and I'm just like up against the wall.
All of you need to make dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
I'm laying on the ground. Do I have to?
No.
10.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah.
10.
If you're in the cabin, you're fine.
Oh, okay.
10.
All right, dexterity saves from...
Everybody has disadvantage.
22.
Everyone has a what?
Everybody should have disadvantage because you're all shit-faced.
Oh, God.
I'm not shit-faced.
I'm not shit-faced either.
Okay,
One
cool.
shot.
For
The
the,
two-
okay, never mind.
I will say, Damon, that is a good point.
I went from a 22 to a natural 20. Which one do you want?
Well, that still beats my 10.
Well, the 22 will work. You feel this sudden jerk forward as you go from like a steady pace of 30 feet per second to like, and you just like hold your footing and you're like, whoa. Quinlan. Dexterity save.
As I said, 10.
10. Willow, you're flying. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Tesla.
8.
8. Quinlan and Tesla both kind of like tumble a little bit as the boat just speeds up this rapidly. This like, Zog, you kind of like slide along the deck of your boat, into the cabin, and you like end up below Sundial, and you just look up like, what's going on?
Sundial, can you stop this, please?
Currently trying, as I'm like slowly trying to use my gravitational pull to bring me closer
You're just
to the
trying
wheel.
to bring the lever back.
I'm gonna
At
like.
this rate,
I imagine that I pulled it this way, and now like gravity is fighting against me. So
yeah.
I'm gonna do a strength check to get myself to slowly pull it forward to slow down.
Yep.
Okay.
Go for it. Strength check.
I will be casting guidance on him while I'm on the ground.
Okay, I can add a D4.
In the 12 seconds that have now passed, you have covered almost 300 feet.
I got a 1 on the guidance, but depending on how you want to rule that, if it changes my die roll, that would make it a natural 20.
It does not.
Okay, cool. Then it's just a 19 plus 4 plus 1, so that's 24.
24.
Yeah.
I would like Tesla to use her crowbar out of her backpack to try and pull herself towards the spot where you can hit it. Yeah.
By the way, I can still control... Sorry. Yes, very cool. I can still technically control the wheel because I have mold earth and can move things about.
So the wheel just kind of like maintaining like a steady course as much as you can. Your strength check of 24, you feel the force, all of the combined force of the ether of your being just reaching out to your disembodied hand just to try and pull back, and it gives just a little back, 2/3, 1/2, and you feel the boat slowing down steadily. Tesla.
I would like to say Tesla was reaching for the cut engine.
Oh.
Ah, yes. Crowbar. Make a very quick perception. Get to that button.
What do I add for perception? That's
You have your wisdom modifier and whether or not you're proficient.
wisdom. So that's a 15.
You are proficient in it, so you can add 2.
Oh, 2, so that's 16.
16. And you like, and you look, button, poof, you slam the red button, and the engine goes from full speed ahead to nothing. And the boat almost like, it just glides through the water.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and you hear a loud poof, 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 poof.
Do we still have the shell behind us?
Disconnected.
I'd hope so.
Yeah, the shell definitely got yanked. The rope that was holding onto it seems to have been strained but not broken.
I would like to imagine that it goes like it's going behind us and it
Yeah, the
is
shell
in front of us.
actually little the shell just kind of like passes the boat.
I think the point of her hitting the cut engine was that it wasn't to hit the brakes, but to just stop the acceleration. So it would be...
of course.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, so you're gliding through the water. The inertia of the shell still catches up to the boat.
Right.
Let me I have a coin. Woo! Yeah, it slams a little bit into the back of the boat. Just your boat, Zog, will take a tiny amount of damage. If I can find a fucking D4.
I can roll it.
You want?
I got it. 2 damage.
Okay.
And you just like slowly gliding. Wow.
Still laying on the ground, Zog just looks up at Sundial and goes, "You let the intrusive thoughts win, didn't you?"
I made a mistake.
Did you learn from it?
I'm not touching that thing anymore.
Do we do
Then
that
you learn from
again?
it, No!
Wait a second.
No.
Why did we take so long to travel when your boat can do that?
Because now we have no fuel!
Oh shit.
He's
I
right.
actually don't know that. I just assume
so
this uses up a good amount.
so
of
the magical engine does run like it requires time for its energy to recenter.
Yeah.
You just dumped like a shitload of energy into one really giant boost of speed. The current can carry you only so far.
Yeah.
The opposite direction.
Can Sundial go down to the machine?
We're gonna have to hit
Like, to the
anchor if
engine?
we're not gonna lose
The
our
engine?
Yeah.
direction.
Yeah.
What would you like to do to the engine?
So, being a sorcerer, a clockwork sorcerer, and that I have connected to the engine once, can I like touch it and then give it my meta magic to give it power?
Ooh.
I would think that would take a lot out of him.
So here's what that's gonna look like. Also, who's vacuuming?
I don't
I've
know.
been hearing that
I
like
hear that
Quinlan.
too.
the last hour.
Quinlan's tired of this boat. He's vacuuming out.
No, I had to check and see if what I was hearing, and I'm like, what? Because my neighbor has a habit of like spraying
Vacuuming
off
his
his
lawn?
driveway,
Yeah.
Oh.
and it turns out no, it's raining pretty
Oh,
hard.
okay.
Ooh, okay.
No.
That's not me.
Yeah. I don't know if it's like literally anyone. It could just be like someone's mic, but I'm hearing it a little bit, but it's not getting picked up on stream.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
okay.
good.
So
Tesla will take a second and look down at Zaga. You really thought teaching him was a good idea.
I still think it is. He learned. Right?
that seems really mean.
You look up to
You
acknowledge
learned-
Sundial, and he has already gone down.
I mean, you didn't
Uh,
know everything that your character didn't know everything that they know without being taught at some point in time.
Are you in character or out of character?
Out of character in this moment because I'm not in the room, but I just want to point that out.
Also,
I-
that wasn't technically his character voice either. So.
Yeah.
Zaga reaches a hand up for Tesla to help him off the ground.
Tesla
And,
helps him up off the ground.
Yeah, and he says like everyone got to start somewhere, and I don't know, and no damage, no one died. We're close for the destination.
Tiny
Not
bit.
really
of
see
damage.
much.
I just his history with the boat is not. He's 2-0 right now. Or
He's,
0-2. however that-
Maybe around you. He's done some great things around this boat.
Are you sure?
I mean, it's clean because of him.
Right. That doesn't require him being behind the wheel, though.
Tesla, and like he like puts his hands on your shoulders. He's like, I love you. We've established that we're friends. It's my boat. If I run it into the ground because I want to teach my best friend how to drive it, that's my
Oh
own boat.
no! You can, but please, not while I'm on it, because I'm really starting to not trust his learning experience. Just saying.
He'll get some more learning before he takes the helm again.
Sundial.
Okay.
Yes.
As you
My
take your hand.
reminder for my medication just went off, and it scared the crap out of me.
Oh boy. When the reminder is scarier than the thing you're taking.
Okay.
Sundial.
Mm-hmm.
As you place your hand upon the raw facets of the arcane engine, you concentrate and you feel the same jolt of energy pass through your system like a system shock that you got the first time that you interacted with it, and you had knowledge injected into your cranium like in an instant. But instead of retaining it this time, you concentrate that force of that energy right back down to your hand. What meta magic do you use to kick this engine back?
I'm going to use meta magic twin. That's like twin, So I give it double the amount. Like I
Double
can
that.
use one spell
Double
slot
that.
and make it double in what it's
Double
worth.
that.
So like I'll sacrifice a second level spell slot to make
As
it so
you-
I fill it up with magic twice as much.
As you concentrate, you feel the sense of releasing your twin spell into the, instead of a spell, it just ends up being the energy coursing. And as you do, deep down within the core of your center, you hear and you and a bout of energy is released back into the engine, and it begins humming in life again. And you feel a wave of a new thing in your mind. It's not a thought, it's a sensation. It's a sensation of fluidity and something just coursing deep inside of you. What?
I don't know what that word means.
Me neither. I would actually like to.
Fluidity?
Oh, fluidity.
Oh,
Okay, never mind.
Oh, fluidity. Okay, I'm sorry. Mr. Joe.
Coursing deep inside of your core, all centered around one steady beat. And that's where we're going to end the episode.
Okay.
That was fun today.
As we
guys.
pull into the town of Goober next time on the
Goober.
Inquisition, find out what our adventurous heroes, who still don't have a goddamn name, come into next time.
We'll figure it out.
As always, we're gonna plan on having it 2 weeks from now. It might be earlier, it might be later. Who knows at this point?
Keep an eye on the Instagram. Also,
Keep an
check
eye on
out
the
our
Insta-
store.
Check out the
Check
store,
out
buy
our
the merch.
store.
Buy-
Hear me out, guys.
So that'd be the 29th.
Hear me
That's
out,
the
guys.
day after my birthday.
Hey,
Hey!
we'll have a
I'll be
happy
all-
birthday celebration.
got it.
I'll be a
Our
whole
new
year
name.
older.
Our new
A new name.
Yeah.
The Trash Pandas.
Ooh. Or swamp rats.
Something to definitely think about.
I think we should be Zog in the crew.
Zog and the crew.
I'm just gonna put the.
That's a veto.
I think you should kiss my
So, guys-
ass, Garrison.
You guys who have been watching the stream since the beginning of the stream, thank you so much for watching. It was an absolute pleasure to have y'all with us. We'll see you next time, and until then, your adventure matters. Roll for initiative.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.